Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Let's take a look at what we're discussing. First of all, we discuss the ICC Champions Trophy in detail with you. We can talk about everything that is there, but now tickets are physically on sale, so you can of course purchase them from selected centers that have been announced as well. But you know, it's all to play for now with the tournament just days away. We're all excited for the tournament as well. The trophy tour has also been there in the second phase. Now the trophy coming to Pakistan in a couple of days. It would be on display in Islamabad as well for a very short period of time. But the fact is that it's gone to Bahawalpur, it's coming to Texala, then Rawalpindi and Islamabad. You know, you get to get a glimpse of the trophy for the final time, and then only the champion gets to lift this trophy. But it's going to be very, very interesting. We'll talk about that as well, and then also the squads that have been announced, considering Pakistan's squad, which is very important. But at the same time, Pakistan is all set to host a Tri-Nation series as well. We'll talk about that. That involves two more stellar teams that take part, and it's interesting that Pakistan has a list of experiments they want to do in this Tri-Nation series as well, and the squad will get the first look of that squad in this series as well. So we'll talk about that in detail. Time now to introduce the guests. First of all, joining us in studios is our sports expert, international cricket commentator, broadcaster and presenter K. Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm perfect.
Thank you for joining us. We've also been joined by fellow anchor and expert Sayyid Mohammad Awais. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for joining us. And of course, introducing our next guest, I must say that the return of Rana Fahim Ashraf is still the second most shocking incident that has happened in Pakistan. The first will always be the return of cricket commentator and expert Mr. Kashif Shabir. Assalamu alaikum, Kashif bhai, how are you?
Walaikum assalam. Thank you very much for an interesting intro.
Well, we have really been missing you, I must say, and you know, it's great to have you, and I hope everything is
Thank
well
you
at your
very
end.
much.
I used to cry for you, Kashif.
Please
Well,
don't. You need to save it for the Champions
No,
Trophy.
he's bound to cry even more for the person he's defended and brought into the team as well. So I think Awais is in
On
line
air
for-
on a national TV. I'm going to apologize today for, especially for for Usman Khan.
Yes.
Sorry, nation. I was the one who was actually telling that he needs to be in the team. I was the one. I'm really sorry. Asif bhai and the Pakistan.
You're not
nation.
alone in this bandwagon. Asif would agree that there's another culprit, say, Ali Mehdi, who also needs to be brought to task and justice on that as well. But you know, before we continue and this banter and everything, all the fun and games will continue on Sports Extra, we've got a very interesting report. Go take a look at that and then we come back.
Pakistan Cricket Board has announced 15-player squad for the upcoming ICC Champions Trophy 2025, which is set to take place in Pakistan from February 19 to March 9th. The same squad will also participate in the Tri-Nation ODI series, which includes New Zealand and South Africa, taking place in Lahore and Karachi prior to the Champions Trophy. The Tri-Nation series will feature key ODI matches, followed by additional matches on February 10 and 12 before concluding with the final on February 14 in Karachi. Pakistan's squad for the Champions Trophy has been 4 changes compared to the 15-player squad that last played an ODI series in South Africa late in 2024. Abdullah Shafiq, Mohammad Irfan Khan, Saim Ayub and Sufyan Mukim have been replaced by Fahim Ashraf, Fakhr Zaman, Khushdal Shah and Saud Shakil. The team to be captained by Mohammad Rizwan with Salman Ali Agha as vice-captain includes 3 members from the 2017 ICC Champions Trophy winning squad: Babar Azam, Fahim Ashraf and Fakhr Zaman, along with Haris Rauf, Shaheen Shah Afridi and Saud Shakil also participated in 2023 ICC Men's Cricket World Cup. Following the Champions Trophy, Pakistan has maintained strong form in one-day internationals, having won 3 consecutive series, defeating the 50-over world champions Australia by 2-1, South Africa by 3-0 and Zimbabwe by 2-1. This success sets a positive tone for Pakistan's preparations as they gear up for the Champions Trophy and the crucial Tri-Nation series. On the other hand, New Zealand's squad is captained by Mitchell Santner and includes some of their top players Kane Williamson, David Conway and Glenn Phillips. Their fast bowling attack is strong with Lockie Ferguson and Matt Henry leading the charge. New Zealand is bringing in Jacob Duffy just for the Tri-Nation series, which adds depth to their bowling options. South Africa's squad is captained by Timba Bavuma and includes key batters Adam Markram, David Miller and Rassie Wonder-Dusen. The team has a strong pace attack with Kagiso Rabada and Rick Nokia and Lungi Angedi, who are some of the top fast bowlers in the world. Proteas also has skilled spinners including Keshav Maharaj and Tabriz Shamsi, as well as all-rounder Marco Jansen, who can contribute with both bat and ball.
Well, there you have it. Sabah gives us all the insight into the Champions Trophy in this detailed report regarding the squads and everything you need to know. K. Asif Ahmed, whatever I try to discuss, the onus will always be on the squad first. When you saw the squad for the very first time, what was your initial analysis?
To be honest, that Ahmed, talking about the squad of Pakistan for the Champions Trophy, 3 players, the inclusion of 3 players, especially on the top Usman Khan, then Khushdil Shah and Fahim Ashraf, there's a question mark on their selection. And of course that Aqib Javed, the favorite personality of Syed Mohammad Awais, he's going to reply that why he has selected them. Questioning about Usman Khan, you know that right before the T20 World Cup, I had said very clearly that he needs time. He's not international stuff, and as well as said about the Azam Khan as well. But now the squad is there, and we can only tell them that this is not justice. The Pakistan cricket team, the selection should be on the justice, should be on the merit. But you know, considering that now we are heading towards Tri-Nation Series, each and everything will be clear that definitely these players will be tested in front of New Zealand and South Africa. Pakistan is playing stellar ODI cricket from last couple of months. We have won against Australia, we have won against South Africa. Credit goes to the Rizwan, the captaincy of Rizwan, that he is a fighter. Now we have some problems that we are talking about, that because after the injury of Saim Ayub, everybody is asking that who will be the pair with Fakhar Zaman. On the other day, I've talked about Mohammad Rizwan, though it's not a popular call. But even then, you know that if Rizwan could do opening in T20s, why not in ODIs? So we have another option, that is Babar Azam. People are talking about Saud Shakil. I think that won't be a good choice. Either Babar Azam or Rizwan, and then of course number 3, we will have Kamran Ghulam, we'll have in the middle order Tayyib Tahir, and then Salman Ali Agha. I don't see that Usman Khan will be taking place in playing 11, because Mohammad Rizwan is definitely skipper, and is a wicket keeper as well. Fahim Ashraf, one thing that in Pakistan, you'll be playing against New Zealand and Bangladesh, and one game you'll play in India, in Dubai against India. I think that the selectors, what they are considering, what they're thinking about the inclusion of Fahim Ashraf as an all-rounder or and a 4th fast bowler, because we have already Naseem Shah, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Haris Rauf and Shaheen Shah Afridi. They're in very, very good touch. They bowled really nicely, especially Haris Rauf improved a lot. We have seen his Yorkers, we have seen his short pitch deliveries, and we have seen his wicket-to-wicket bowling, and with the movement as well. So I think he's improving well. Then Mohammad Rizwan, Babar Azam right before the Champions Trophy, he didn't perform well. He's under pressure. The victory of the Pakistan definitely will come through the performance of Babar Azam, Rizwan, Shaheen Shah Afridi and Haris Rauf. These are really match winner games.
And a fully fit Naseem Shah. I think that's going to make a huge difference.
Huge difference, of course. Though he was struggling in South Africa and Australia, you know that he was not up to the mark. But of course, he's a match-winning bowler. He's a match-winning player in the in the tail. He could hit some big maximum, especially when he's playing against Afghanistan. So the team overall, it's okay. But as I said earlier, as I said in the beginning, that only 3 players, the Aqib Javed, will be responsible of their inclusion.
Absolutely. Awais, what was your first look of this squad, and you know, considering the public sentiment, what do you have to say about it?
My first thing was Allah maaf kare, looking at the squad, because I mean seriously, when you just talk about the Pakistan squad again, Ahmed bhai, we need to understand one thing: the players who have been the part of the Pakistan team from past 1.5 years, you can say, who have been consistently performing well. I'm talking about Irfan Khan Niazi. Why was he dropped off the team? I still can't understand, because he was brilliant in the field, he was brilliant with the bat. As the time passed on, you can see he naturally groomed himself to be a great, I can say, good all-rounder for the Pakistan team at batting at that position. Secondly, when you talk about the backup wicket keepers, this is the problem. Why do I say Pakistan is not known for preparing for the big events before 1 year. We prepare for the events when it's just 2 to 3 months left on. After Mohammad Rizwan, who is the second command wicket keeper, still we never had in our mind. So we opted again for Usman Khan, who was a bad flaw for Pakistan. Even in the big tournaments for Pakistan, in the World Cup, if you remember, even in the series he wasn't able to perform well. I know many of them are comparing him that he's performing in patches in the BPL, but that's a different format. If you just watch out Shahid Afridi speaking to him in the BPL, shows how concerning it was. Like, he spoke to him regarding his batting technique, regarding his way of performance. I mean, everything was there. I still can't identify how Usman Khan was again picked for the Pakistan team as a second command wicket keeper. If you wanted a second command wicket keeper, you had Mohammad Haris sitting up, you had even Hasibullah. Unfortunately he's injured, but you had Mohammad Haris, who could have been a good command wicket keeping better than Usman Khan. Secondly, when you talk about the spin bowling option, I was really shocked to see just one spinner in the Pakistan team. Rest, if you watch out India, they have got 4 to 5 spinners. Rest, if you watch out even the other teams, they have got 2 to 3 spinners with the squad. Why Pakistan just opted for one spinner? That means something is going on in their mind, that they might go for a ball with Khushdil Shah or Salman Ali Agha would be used as a part-time spinner. But the biggest thing for me was Fahim Ashraf's inclusion in the Pakistan team. 20 ODI matches when he was the part of the Pakistan team, his average was for batting around 10 or 11 runs, 11 if I'm not wrong. Even in the bowling, he wasn't performing as what Fahim Ashraf was inducted to the Pakistan team. Even if you watch his recent performance in I guess he's playing BPL, it hasn't been up to that mark. Why was he just named as Pakistan all-rounder position? It's really a concerning sign.
But I think even more concerning, Awais, is why are we even thinking about BPL and the performances? I think Pakistan cricket has come to a point where we're now gauging these players based on their domestic performances. But Kashif bhai, what was your initial analysis once you saw the squad, and then, you know, going deeper into the tournament with the squads that the teams are bringing? How do you fancy this squad for Pakistan?
Ahmed, in my opinion, I just had 2 concerns. One was Fahim Ashraf, second was Khushdil Shah. Because if you go back to the Australian tour and South African tour, I think it was almost the same team, except for Saim Ayub and Sufyan. So if you look at the ground reality of Pakistan pitches and the soil that we have, I think it would have been a better option if you would have opted for a spinner instead of Fahim Ashraf. Because when you have 4 pacers and the quality of Shaheen Shah Afridi, Haris Rauf, Hasnan and Naseem Shah, I think position of Fahim Shah will not be able to make his position in the first 11, that is for sure. And if you look at the batting skills of Fahim Ashraf, then if you have a quality of batters like Rizwan and Babar Azam, Fakhar Zaman and all these batters, then again you cannot have Fahim Ashraf coming in the squad of first 11. So that is a big question mark in my concern. Secondly, I think if you look at the wicket of Pakistan, there should have been an inclusion of a spinner instead of Fahim Ashraf, because spinner is very important. And all the outsider teams, they are opting for 3 or 4 spinners. They are including these spinners in their squad. But unfortunately, Pakistan just have one regular spinner in the form of, what is his name?
Mehran?
No, we just have one spinner. And if you talk about Salman Ali Agha, yes, he is a spinner, but again he's a part-time spinner. Khushdil Shah, again a part-time spinner. So I think only that is one question mark that I have in my mind. But again, coming back to the Pakistan squad, the main onus is going to be on the batters, how well the batters can perform. Because in the past we have seen that the bowlers, they do their job, but the problem comes only for the batting side, and that is the main concern of the Pakistan squad. But again, it all depends on the kind of wickets that we are going to give to the squad. Whether it is going to be a supportive wicket, it is going to support the spinners or the pacers. So all in all, I think it is somewhat a balanced team, because this is the only option that you have. What else you can include in the squad? If you talk about the openers, you don't have any other option. I mean Shan Masood cannot be included in the squad because he is a test opener. So the option is left with Babar Azam. In my opinion, I think Usman Khan can be a better choice as compared to Babar Azam, because he is the one who can take the bowling and who can, you know, score very swiftly. That is what is required. The first power play is very, very important for Pakistan. If you can score good runs in that power play, I think that can lead a pace for the Pakistan.
Well, there is a chance that experiment might happen. But on that note, we go towards a short break. Stay tuned. We come right back. Right, so as we were discussing, but you know, although I think we're talking about these fast bowlers, but Kashif bhai, your favorite subject which you're missing, once again, the depth overs for Pakistan. They will be crucial in this tournament.
Ahmed, now my favorite subject is the fitness of our pacers, because fitness is a big question mark. So I hope and pray that they stay fit throughout the tournament. That is the big question mark. And the death bowlers, I think Haris Rauf is a good option. Shaheen Shah Afridi again is a very good option. But Hasnain is again a big question mark, because Hasnain is somewhat erratic. So he has to be very careful, because these wickets are not as compared to, these are not very fast wickets. So on these wickets, the pacers, they have to keep their line and length very straight. Wicket to wicket, I think, is the best option. And then change of pace. Again, that variety is going to work on these wickets. So I think if you compare our fast bowlers with other countries, I think we have a better option. Our pacers are in a good shape, but they have to be disciplined. If they are disciplined, I'm sure they can prove very well for Pakistan.
Certainly. Sayyid Mohammad, where's the fast bowling department now, your primary subject, and considering that the death overs of Pakistan have clearly been a big miss?
See, Ahmed bhai, the biggest issue if you just go back, I mean, the Pakistan did lack in a fast bowling lineup. Even when you talk about the match fitness, when you talk about your pace battery, what it is known for, especially there was a lot dip in your pace battery. But nice to see Shaheen Shah Afridi clicking around 145, 140 consistently. That's a nice sign. If you talk about Haris Rauf, he's bending his back, so that shows your pace battery is back on the line. For me, concerning sign is Naseem Shah. For me, Naseem Shah, I always said Naseem Shah better than Shaheen Shah Afridi, because the way, if you remember, when Shaheen Shah was not present with the Pakistan team, he was the one who led the Pakistan team with a great attack, I would say. The way he used to just swing the ball both ways, his performance and especially his pace has dipped in recent form, I would say. So that's a concerning sign for me. Whereas Pakistan in the attack overs, I would say, have been brilliant with the hunting pair. The biggest issue is when you talk about a depth over, when you talk about a first change fast bowler, because you have got Hasnain even in the squad, you got Haris Rauf. Haris Rauf will be a crucial role to play, because he is in the team as called as you can say a long spell horse, but he needs to realize one thing, that your block call deliveries need to be perfect, because when you talk about Champions Trophy, one thing you need to realize is that it's not going to be everyday Pakistani fast bowlers get you early out by 140, 150. It is the Champions Trophy. It will be a teams who are performing really well. 300 plus score is a tough total for Pakistan to chase on. That's where for me bowling is not that much concerning, but your batting will be, because your batting needs to perform over there. Your middle order is the biggest issue when it comes to chasing 300 plus score, because it won't be every time Fakhar Zaman would get a great start for you. Your middle order will be the biggest challenge, especially Kamran Ghulam. When you talk about Kamran, when you talk about Rizwan, they're going to be a biggest challenge, and especially Saud Shakil too, because before this Saud Shakil did not play, I would say, one-day cricket. It's just, again, he's back into one of the biggest tournaments, Champions Trophy. So this three will be very crucial in the Champions Trophy.
Yes, K. Asif Ahmed. Another name in there is, of course, Mohammad Hasnain, as you rightly pointed it out as well, who is in the squad, and you know, if need be, he has performed pretty well in the recent One-Day Cup as well.
Are we going with the 4 fast bowlers, or we'll
No,
go with the
obviously,
same?
I think 3 is going to be the case.
Yeah,
probably.
so the case is that then, of course, the first choice is Naseem Shah, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Haris Rauf. Both of my colleagues, respected colleagues, they're talking about the death overs. I'm quite sure the way Haris Rauf improving day by day, and we have watched him in South Africa, in Australia, he was absolutely brilliant with the Yorkers and the variations as well. Same with the Shaheen Shah Afridi, knowing fact that the Pakistan requires their services, and you know that whenever Shaheen Shah Afridi performed well, and earlier on he has taken wickets, Pakistan got a victory. In ODI World Cup, Pakistan wasn't good. Pakistan was struggling. Same in the batting, in the bowling. We didn't have good spinners. We had Shadab Khan and Osama Mir, and both of them, they were in trouble in India. But you know, when we talk about the home ground and the home conditions, of course, Salman Ali Agha will be crucial, not only with the bat, with the ball as well, because of course we're not going with the 2 specialist spinners, as Khushdil Shah once again is a batting all-rounder, not a bowling all-rounder. And we have watched his performances in PSL, once again in the franchise cricket. He needs to prove himself in ODI, because he only played 10 ODIs, and the batting average is okay, but he has taken only 2 wickets. What does it mean that he didn't bowl so much? So now that's a big question.
That means you're rusty, obviously. Then your body probably is not equipped for that long spells.
Once again, he was playing T20 cricket. You've called him back, and Amir Jamal was there, and both of them, they were called by Pakistan Cricket Board. Jamal didn't get a chance, but of course, Rana Sahib, the Fahim Ashraf is there. Once again, Ahmed, the question is, and I would like to ask to all of my colleagues, respected colleagues, where would you put him in playing 11? That's a big question mark. Only one thing, and that is if Abrar is playing there, of course, you have only one spinner. You can't go without a specialist spinner. You have only one choice, that is Abrar. He will play all of the games in Tri-Nation Series and in the Champions Trophy as well. So what's your choice? Will you go with Fahim Ashraf or Khushdil Shah? That's my question there.
Well, I think that's a $1 million question. It's not just for me, but it's for the general public as well who have been asking this question. But, you know, if Pakistan, Asif does go with 3 fast bowlers initially, that one spinner, Abrar, or because recently in the last 2 series, what we've seen is Pakistan's been very much, you know, disappointing on a fact that they've gone batting heavy. So I think that clearly makes a difference as well. But thank you very much to all the 3 gentlemen for being with us on Sports Extra. That, of course, wraps up the show. It's goodbye for now.